All right, let's do this. Today, I'm gonna make some Minecraft oatmeal. No butternut to greet me this morning. I guess that's a little off. Hopefully he's alive. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna go for my usual chocolatey vibe for this, but I'm gonna add some mint because we need grass on our Minecraft dirt block, of course. Otherwise, it would just be dirt, you know, when you replace it. And you know, that's not gonna look very Minecrafty. I'm gonna try toasting the steel cut oats before this time. I do it sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes it results in me accidentally burning it. But if you do it right, it does enhance the flavor of the oats a little bit, especially if you toast in like a fat like coconut oil or butter or something. But today we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna kind of dry toast it just to practice my toasting. We got the clove, got the cinnamon. I'm gonna actually wait to add the full tablespoon of cacao, but I want to have a little layer of it for when we toast as well, just because. But we'll just leave this guy here later to mix in later. Let's go ahead and start heating this up. I'm thinking like probably that should be fine for toasting, like a medium-high equivalent, even though this knob doesn't say medium on it. It doesn't matter. Grab some bold ingredients here. Yogurt we'll keep there for later. Lord knows that stuff doesn't sit on the counter well for too long. Let's get out dates. Might just go for one, as I think I want this to be a little more dark chocolatey than sweet. So think of, yeah, one will give about 20. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then the flax, which of course I'm just gonna add later because I'm gonna toast this first. I'm gonna be very careful about how I do this. In fact, let me go ahead and just kind of combine it with this little cinnamon clove blend thing first, and then toast. I only want to toast for about 90 seconds to 2 minutes max. And I want to smell it get toasty, but I don't want to burn it or anything. Let's see how hot we are. Now we're decently hot in there. Could give it a bit. Okay, nice. There we go. Yeah, once it's like uncomfortably warm there, should be a good sign. Focus on what I'm smelling, because real quick this will end up burning, which reminds me I'm silly to not get some water ready. That's okay. This only takes a second. Oh, I'm definitely smelling that. All right, so definitely starting to get real toasty, so I'm gonna put water in there. All right, let's bring this to a boil, and then I'll reduce down as needed. The rest of our cacao and our flaxseed. And while we're at it, we can, no, actually, let's wait on the date. We're gonna wait on the date because I wanna get these powders nice and constituted in here. The date will definitely latch on to some of those and make this, then I'd be having to smash through this. Oh, definitely smelling good. Love that cacao smell. Let's make this a square. I'll just crank this up to really get it going, and then I'll lower it later. Okay, good. I think that's the best toasting job I've done. I feel like usually when I toast my oats beforehand, even if it's not quite burnt, I'm like, I think I held out a bit too long. Like the clove is completely gone and it just kind of tastes like oats in a max setting toaster or something. Like just barely not burnt. But no, I'm thinking I did a pretty good job. We got a violent boil starting, so we're gonna go all the way down to the second low here. And that should be able to maintain a simmer. And if it doesn't calm down, I can just adjust it a bit more. It should be fine. All right, in the meantime, we chop up these dates. I could get these all sappy and stretched out through the porridge if I want, or I could do it kind of last second like a mix-in. There'll be like little sweet surprises in the dark chocolate. Either way works, but I think for the sake of how I want this to look, I'm gonna let it really melt in, because there ain't no dates inside a Minecraft dirt block. Though they're pretty brown, so they'll blend in nonetheless, but I'll just do it this method. I just realized I forgot the nutmeg. Definitely not too late to add some of that. I could do a better job at crushing this stuff down though. Definitely need to look into getting a spice grinder. It'll be fine. It's not like it's the most essential thing ever, as cacao is very strong. This is gonna be chocolate oatmeal. Nonetheless, I just can never find a reason to not use nutmeg when I'm making oats. That's a wonderful smell. Wonder if we're at a good temperature here. I think we are. Now, well, that reduces the most fun part of today. Making our little topping. This is pistachio cream. It's used in Dubai chocolate and many indulgent pistachio desserts similar to it. Some really great stuff. Very strong calorie dense stuff though. A little bit goes a long way. Super sweet. It's got that overbearing sweetness that Nutella has, except it's more just like pistachio, I guess. At the same time, it's like I can't get the thought of Nutella out of my head when I have it, likely due to how like sweetened it is, but it is kind of, or at least the one I got is not a natural one. It's more meant in a dessert context. You get a nice little blob of that. It's a beautiful pistachio cream. Look at that. I could watch it do that for hours. I'm just trying not to make a mess here. Let's see, I think about that much is probably fine. It's a bit more than we need actually, but it's gonna be all the more delicious. Let's lick this off the spoon by itself, give it a little, so good. Very sweet, but it's got just enough of the pistachio flavor to it to where I'm definitely glad I went with this brand. It is just fantastic. I could drink this thing and gain like 10 pounds. Anyways, let's see, just a little too low. Perhaps could crank this up a bit. Piece of date stuck on the spatula thing there. Usually I'll just boil the dates beforehand to kind of use them as sugar. That's what I had been doing for a while, but I like toasting the oats beforehand now. It's something I want to learn how to do better. So obviously when I'm toasting them beforehand, I can't have the dates in there beforehand. That would be a sticky, burnt mess. But I'm adding them in while it's cooking is still just fine, especially for what we're going for here. The main idea is that it's just a Minecraft dirt block. That is the goal. Now, we are going to make ourselves a little yogurt pistachio cream mousse here. I'm gonna add a little bit in here. Not too much though. Don't want to muddy it too much. Let's play it by ear. Let's kind of mix this, see what it does to the color. This pistachio cream is even more delicious when you mix it with the yogurt. That tanginess from the yogurt really brightens it up. Of course, it's excellent on its own, even on like a straight dessert, but this takes it to the next level. I'm gonna want a bit more in there. I don't want to muddy our Greek yogurt container here, so that should be good. Usually I don't care how much of a yogurt topping I make because, you know, I'll just let it drip all over the side, you know, because it looks real pretty, but grass don't drip on the side of dirt, now does it? That's why we're being extra careful today. Let's see, oh, I can see that the dates foaming up at the top here as those sugars cook down. I can probably make this a bit lower. I want our grass to be very minty, and mint is gonna give it a grassier look as well. Mint is also gonna be the garnish that really makes this, but before it doesn't hurt to add a bunch of this. Let me get all these little strands of white out of here. Don't want anything like whipped cream on our grass. Licked the spoon clean there, totally just to get rid of the white color. No, I'm just playing. The pistachio cream is so delicious. The mint and the Greek yogurt with it takes it to the next level. You know, at first I was just like, hey, mint and pistachio, different shades of green, that works for grass. What I didn't think of is, you know, dang, that combo actually hits really hard. I love it. Great taste. Not to mention dark chocolate and mint, you know, some like Andes mint action there. Flavor's gonna be fantastic here. Oats smelling scrumptious. Of course, we wanna reduce this till it's very creamy and sticky so we can square it. Pretty soon I can get to the point where I can start tasting these little steel cut kernels here, see how soft they are. Tasting amazing. You know, this is the first time I've done the cacao oatmeal with only one date as opposed to 2 big dates, and a bit less sweetness definitely lets the dark chocolate shine more. You know, I love a nice date chocolate oatmeal, but it kind of just borders on like a dairy-free, like a milk chocolate. When you go light with the sweetener, you let the dark chocolate do its thing, which is especially important when you're using mint, because, you know, dark chocolate mint is all about the contrast. I mean, I'm sure a sweet chocolate mint is fine too, but I don't know about you. If I got that strong mint flavor, I want it to contrast some nice bitter but like clovey, hot chocolatey, dark chocolate, you know? Even just looking at the colors side by side, it's like I'm getting inspired. I'm like, wow, we're about to get building. We really are entering Minecraft, except this time, instead of booting it up for an hour and being like, why did I play this? We're cooking for an hour and then we're being like, oh, that was worth it. But nothing against Minecraft, it's great. It's just, there's nothing like playing it for the first time, being young and figuring everything out for yourself for the first time in it. You know, it's been a while since I've played Minecraft though. I might have to get on that. You know, if I'm eating Minecraft dirt and not playing Minecraft, that's, so I think my priorities might be a little flipped up, but that's okay. That is tasting spectacular. I could eat it as is, but of course I want to square it. So we're gonna let that thing thicken. I can lower that even more because it is already starting to do its thing. For our plating, look at that. This time we have a little buddy. Of course, it's easy to square things with this here spatula, but the thing is, you know, I'm all about efficiency and I have a dream. I want to be able to get this down to a pattern where I'm like, you know what? I could do that at a restaurant or at my own booth or something like that. So I invested in one of these little restaurant store plating things, though I doubt anyone's ever bought this for straight up oatmeal before. Maybe oatmeal cookies or something, but I like to think that I'm the oatmeal square guy. I don't know about you. Nice, getting pretty thick here. I cannot wait to eat you. I want to wait till I'm confident that this is gonna really stay thick. Let's do some of our little, oh, that's not really a Red Sea test. This is more like a landscaping it. I guess that's fitting because it's Minecraft dirt. But yeah, I'd say we're almost there. A little bit of a droop, but like it will continue to cook a bit on that plate and, you know, dry out. But let's give it a bit more time. I think maybe alongside this, let's serve it with some blueberries. But, you know, I'm not gonna put any on it because you don't find diamonds in a dirt block, you know. But can always have some of this diamond or lapis, whatever you want to call it, on the side. Would be kind of cool to have like a, I don't know how appetizing it would look, but like a gray porridge with like little blueberries in it, or maybe, no, pomegranates. And it could be like that redstone. That's what it's called. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Maybe I'll do that one day, but I don't know, man. Porridge that looks like a stone, like that, that kind of clay gray. I don't know about that. But I mean, hey, if I can find a way to get it to look like that and still taste good and not have some sort of food coloring in it, then maybe I'll give that a shot. This is definitely ready to go into the mold here. So let's do that. Oh yeah, I grabbed this for a reason. Let's see, I hope we have enough porridge to fill this. We should though. Of course it's not gonna be as tall as this to a T, but we always have the flattener it came with anyway. Perhaps I should start making a bit more to fill this, to make it more like a square. But you know what? It's okay. This can be like a zoomed out view of a big field of a bunch of little Minecraft dirt blocks. It's also now dawning on me that I could even put the toppings on it while the square is still there. Let's see. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit there. Taste test out of the pan. Let's turn that off. This is by itself definitely one of the best chocolate steel cut oatmeals I have cooked. Nice chew to it, but it's not a nagging chew, doesn't stay in your mouth too long. The nutmeg was added late, but it's definitely still just as present there. Toasting does enhance the flavor of the oats as well. I'm glad I've been getting into that. And man, I'm just really eager to start dressing this thing, making it look pretty, but I wanna let it sit and just really dry up in there. I wonder if, let's see, big reveal. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. You know, now I'm thinking I might as well just do the topping with this in here like that. I'm thinking like, why not, right? Thinking why not, yeah. All right, hopefully we made enough of this here. If not, that's totally okay, because we can always add some more. Gonna add as much as I can, then I'll just kind of spread it out nice and thin. Look at that, so good. I don't even feel like I'm making food now. I feel like I'm dressing up a nativity scene or something, like I'm bringing Christmas decorations out. But this dried mint is delicious. I love a strong mint flavor. I have a very high tolerance for it. I think that should do it. Let's fill a little bit more of the gaps here. I think that's all good. And a little Minecraft oatmeal pool here. Let's pull her up. Beautiful. Look at her go. Now I really want to play Minecraft. You know, after crafting this little magnificent dirt block. Look at her. Wow, nice, nice, nice. Maybe a little more mint on the corner there. Yeah, no, you know what? Looks good, looks good. I think I am ready to eat this thing. All right, dear Lord, bless this dirt block, because I am about to dive in. Amen. Let's get it. Look at this beautiful little thing. Man, I almost feel bad chopping through it, but I think that's a sign you're starting to love your own presentation, and I love that. Look at that. And in it goes. I mean this in the most positive way possible. It feels like I'm eating dirt and grass, but it's delicious. Now, I say that just because of how heavy-handed I was with the mint. So there's a bit of a textural feel there. If I was to serve this to someone else, I'd probably go a bit lighter on it. But other than that, the yogurt with the pistachio cream is excellent. The oats themselves came out very good. Nice chew to them, but nothing too hard. Nice dark chocolate flavor. Sweetened a little bit with a date, but not too much. Very solid. And just that tablespoon worth of the pistachio cream, like I said, is very sweetened. Sweetened very generously. So even when it's spread thin throughout that yogurt, the pistachio flavor does not leave. And the mint and the dark chocolate really contrasts with what otherwise would be far too sweet. If I was to make this entirely with just the pistachio cream on top, it would still look great and taste great, but it would be very rich and heavy, and much higher calorie as well. When cooking steel cut oatmeal, my goal is to get it to feel like you're eating farro or you're eating risotto. Now, obviously oatmeal is very hearty, so it will never be as velvety as a creamy risotto, but you know, every day I come closer. There's definitely a chew here, but it's a nice chew, and I'm really liking it. See, I brought myself some blueberries, but I haven't even touched them because this just does it on its own. It really just does it. The acidity from that yogurt definitely helps out. If it wasn't for that, I would certainly be reaching for something like this, or just something tangy to brighten it up. Without a doubt, the tastiest thing I've made on this channel so far. Sorry, eaten on this channel so far. Sorry, Andy's Sage Fried Chicken, but Minecraft Oatmeal has you beat. For my taste, at least. Before I finish it, I'm gonna go on a whim and say this Minecraft Oatmeal is a strong 4 stars. I think what would have elevated it to a full 5 or a 4.5 is if I wasn't as heavy on the mint and maybe brightened it up a bit more somehow beyond just the yogurt. And not much else, to be honest. I mean, this could even pass for a 4.5, but without a doubt, one of the best things I have made in a long time.